Hello, welcome back to the channel. So today I wanted to talk to you about Avril Yarns, but before I do that, I wanted to announce some huge exciting news. I am going to be opening an all new stationery store in 2023. So this will be a store by stationery lovers, for stationery lovers, set up by myself, and it will be dedicated just to stationery. So if you don't know, if you're new to the channel, I own and run MYSTIKO House, an Australian retail store with lots of interesting and beautiful things, including some woo-woo stuff like tarot decks and crystals, as well as homewares and stationery. But the stationery has proved to be quite popular, so I've decided that I'm actually going to open a new shop. So I'll be announcing more details very soon. If you want to kind of keep in the know, subscribe and come follow me over on my Chloe Paper Lover account, where I'll be sharing updates about the new shop. But for now, I do sell stationery. I do still have stationery in my current store, MYSTIKO House. I have Pion and Classiky, and I have Avril Yarns. And I've had them in the shop for a little bit now, but I just haven't had the chance to talk about them. And I've gotten a few questions from people about them too. A lot of people, they first discover them because they order from MYSTIKO House, and I actually pack the orders with Avril Yarn. So I actually use, in fact, I'll show you straight off the bat which ones I use in my packaging. So all orders at MYSTIKO House are packed with popcorn and Tsumugiito. So these are beautiful. Oopsies. First time I dropped the roll, bet that's going to happen again. But yeah, these are beautiful Japanese artisan made yarns, made in Kyoto. And they're absolutely stunning. I'll be talking more about them, but I actually use them to wrap the orders. So then people kind of come back and they go, you know, what did you use to wrap them? And that sort of led to me bringing in a whole range, as you can see, of different yarns. And I'll be talking and just showing you and doing a little bit of a show and tell. So right off the bat, they do come in a couple of different formats. They come in these really cute sampler cards called the Yarn Collection cards, and they come in these little cones called the Minicones. So this is obviously a bigger quantity, and it does last you a long time. So I first got into them 3 or 4 years ago, I think. I bought them for myself, and I still have the cones that I bought for myself. I still use them. And what's brilliant about them is that the colors and the patterns do change over time. So some of them, like popcorn that I showed you earlier, the cute light colored fluffy yarn, that one has been in the collection a while, but there's others that come and go. So if you see anything you really like, I would say get it now, because in the future they may phase them out. They may bring in different colors and different variants and things like that. But if you're just starting out and you're looking at getting, trying to just arrange, you know, these thread collections are really, really cute kind of ways to begin, and you get this whole color coordinated pack together, which I really love. There's also, in larger quantities, the big cone. In larger size. You just order a regular, like if you want one of them, you can order one. And they come, a few of the styles come on these larger cones. They aren't available on the smaller one, so it is a little bit more in that it'll last you longer, but they are really good basics, and I only have a couple of them in the shop. I'll talk about them at the end. So I'm just, going to share with you sort of the kind of rainbow range and just show you what I've done with them. So the thread collection, there's 10 different colors. This is the purple number 1. And I really love the different mix of designs. This is a black one, number 2. A neutral, number 3. And that's actually interestingly, and when I say different colors, like that's actually the same yarn as the one we use in our packaging, Tsumugiito, but it's in a different colorway. So it's really fun too. You get a completely different look when the yarn is in a different colorway. This one's been popular so far. This is thread collection number 4, and it has that Lychee color on there with popcorn yarn in the Lychee, the light cream color, and that's super fun. Thread collection number 5, super popular coffee colors, really pretty. Thread collection number 6. So again, you get popcorn, but it's actually in a completely different color, and just looks really different in the red. This has been popular for Christmas, but of course you can use this for any celebration, or anything. And I'll be showing you how I use them as well, outside of packaging. Actually, this one also has another color that I have actually used myself. So I think this one's called Hibana in raspberry, and I actually have an example of how I've used that. So over here I've got my a recent snail mail that I've prepared, and I'm about to send off. I've just finished it for my friend Jennifer. So I do love to use these yarns in snail mail. I like to pack things with them. I think it just adds, you know, a really beautiful touch, and really kind of something that might be otherwise really simple, just takes it kind of to the next level. And whenever I've used it, people have loved it. You know, when I bought them for myself years ago, every single thing that I, you know, ever gave anyone, they all told me they saved the thread. They all told me, you know, how much they loved it. And as you can see, actually, this is another interesting thing. So I reuse a lot of packaging that I receive in my snail mail and for other purposes. So this is actually a plastic sheet that comes with the Traveler's Notebook free diary that I have used for to pack the snail mail in there. So I just repurposed that. Same with this paper bag. This was from something else that I've saved, so I just keep a folder where I save different packaging, and I actually reuse them in snail mail. And this envelope, this is actually an envelope that I have made myself from an old calendar that I got with Van Gogh Designs years ago. So I saved the calendar and I've cut out the pages and folded it into an envelope for people to use for the snail mail, which is really pretty. So, you know, any papers you find, any packaging that you receive that looks really pretty, or, you know, just save the stuff and you can reuse it and get a beautiful effect. So I haven't written her address yet, obviously, but this is actually one of the Classiky labels, and so is this one that I sell at MYSTIKO House. So that's really kind of neat, very useful basics. So this will all go in there when I'm done. But yeah, as you can see, this is that red right here. So this is one that, yeah, I personally have kept and owned. And I've just used it to stamp, to wrap this stamped kind of panel and just tie it all together. And it's just a really pretty touch with just gorgeous details. You know, I've personally never found anyone making decorative yarn to this quality and this level. It is just so gorgeous. And this is just another piece of paper that I've just stamped, and I've actually turned into a pocket where I've included a couple of tags of washi tape as sampler cards. So this is just another fun thing. And on the top of the tags, I've added the popcorn yarn. So this, I end up with a lot of offcuts of this because I use it in my store. So when I get to the end of the roll, it's always tiny bits of it. So I tend to use this a lot. And I just like to thread it through tags. This is one of my favorite yarns. It was from the very beginning. I mean, that's why I used it in the packaging of the shop. But yeah, you can just thread it through the top of tags and create tags and bookmarks and things like that. So it's a really, really fun little detail. So yeah, I just created a pocket on the front there with this little stamp paper panel with just different stamps in my collection, different colors. Just went for it, had a relaxing afternoon. Hold on a sec. My dog's just wants to come inside. It's a super hot day here, which is kind of funny to be talking about yarns, but yeah. So next is number 7. So this is a really pretty pink and neutral combo. Number 8, super fun summery, or even spring really, with those yellow greens colorway. And again, yeah, you can see how different it looks when that popcorn yarn is in a different color. And you also get some basic ones in there too, which kind of helps you. So if you want to combine a couple together, that's a really cute look as well if you want to layer them. This one's number 9. And we also have this little pom-pom one available for sale separately in the blue color, which is, yeah, one of my personal favorites as well. And then number 10 in a green colorway. So that's super fun. In the cones, we've got kind of different ones in the cones too. So it's sort of exciting that they're not all available in this thread collection. There's actually a much bigger range. Let me see if I can grab them all. So this is the Syo Senshi Russell colors, which I'm so sorry if I'm butchering the pronunciation. Hopefully I'm sort of on track with them. So these are some of my absolute favorites. This was one of this olive color here on the left is the one that I actually bought for myself years ago, and I've been obsessed with ever since. And I've actually used it in many projects. It might even be on the YouTube channel, me showing my original kind of collection and how I've used them. But yeah, so olive, beige, silver, and shell pink. And yeah, this one, okay, here's where I used it. This is like seaweed. It's just gorgeous. I'll try to hold it up so you can really see this texture. There's a kind of papery almost element, and then a sort of squiggly loose thread, and it just looks absolutely magical. I honestly, these yarns are, calling them yarns is almost like they're little textile works of art, really. I mean, I don't know exactly how Avril have, created these. Must be a very closely guarded secret. But yeah, I mean, it's absolutely fantastic. It's just beautiful. And yeah, I hope you guys are able to see. So they're really stunning. Like any time I've used this, yeah, I've honestly loved it. Like here I've just tied a couple around it a couple of times, and yeah, decorated this with some stamps I had in my stash that were really old, vintage postage stamp, some of the Pion PET tape in the color or the style embossing. Those flowers are really, really pretty. And I've actually used one of these King Jim little washi tape sticker books, and they're really fun. I don't have them for sale in the shop, but if you're interested in me bringing them in, or if there's any brands or products you would like to see brought into Australia, let me know, because I am in the process of setting up this new stationery shop, which will have, a much bigger range than even what MYSTIKO has at the moment. And yeah, I'm open to any suggestions and happy to hear them to kind of see, because like I said, you know, the story's growing and it's definitely going to be influenced by all of you. You know, everyone say I will listen to, and, you know, we're kind of going to grow this together, which is really exciting. Yeah, so those are the senshi ones. Okay, so next I've wanted to show you the Chibi Cube yarns. These are super cute. So this is lilac and this one's baby in a pastel-y colors. And yeah, again, I really love these. Baby is actually, again, one of the kind of ones that I personally have loved and have used for years. I do have an example of that one. So in my monthly traveler's journal, the Kyoto one, I have actually used it very recently. I have some older examples of these yarns, but here's kind of like a way I would use it. So this is my December monthly spread. Hilariously, it's now the beginning of January and I haven't even finished my spread. You know, things happen in life, that's okay, and there's just 2 random days missing. You don't have to journal every day, you don't have to you know, backtrack if you don't want to, you know, just journal when you want to, and that's my philosophy and how I go about it. But yeah, that's kind of funny. So here in the these are actually vintage stamps. I found them at an antique junk and antiques shop, and they were okay. They were a bit hard to stamp. I think they're from the 50s, I'm not sure exactly. So I've actually stamped them and fussy cut them because they don't stamp super reliably. But I do love this little set, and I've actually used Chibi Cube Baby, and I hope you can see I've used it on the sleigh to connect the reindeer to the sleigh. So that's just a little fun detail. So I do use them kind of in a creative way, and sort of even as borders and things like that, as well as sometimes through the top of tags. So sometimes if this was, you know, if I wanted to put a hole in there and put or a different tag, I would just have that like as a bookmark coming off, and I might paste that in or put that in a pocket. Yeah, so really fun, and I like that little detail, and it just kind of gives a little bit of texture to your journal. So that's my I do add them in from time to time. The next ones are the Hibana colors. These are really, really pretty and shimmery, but not in a OTT kind of way. So these are, oh, sorry for the bump there. This is in the cream color with gold sparkles, silver, which is the color white, and the Hibana pink also has silver shimmer in there, and Hibana purple with silver shimmer. And these are actually pretty similar to Chibi Cube in that it's that really fine little flags, but they have the sparkle as well. So that's really, really pretty. Love those colors. There's a few more as well. I have the potpourri colors. So the names are really cute as well. I feel like maybe I'm sometimes mispronouncing them or not doing them justice, but they are really, really cute names, like Hibana and potpourri. This one's the shell mix. This is the beige and shell. So they're a bit like fluffier and kind of stand out a little bit more. I like them. It's just a soft look. Really like both colors. Kind of gives different moods. Wisteria, Pom Pom Mall. Now these are a family favorite around here. My mum loves these. I do love them too. They're really, really cute. This one is Wisteria. So this is like a pastel-y one with a black thread, which actually stands out quite a bit if you've got a light background. This one is red kasuri That's my mom's favorite, with these really pretty magenta tones. And this one is green kasuri, and I think this one might be my favorite because I just love how vibrant it is. It's like this appley green color with yellow and gray. It's just really interesting color combination that I wouldn't necessarily choose, but then seeing it, I really like it. And I also like how it's used. So those are really, really fun. And then last but not least, we have the popcorn colors, and this is a little bit of a surprise. This one is lilac popcorn, and it's actually this really pretty, I don't know if you can tell. Oh, is it gonna focus? This really, really pretty light purple color, which honestly I was so tempted to use like in packaging and things, but I've saved one for myself. But yeah, I really, really love this colorway, and it's actually not available. It's much newer. It's not available in the mini cone. It's only available in the big cone. I think it may have been a limited that they've now added back into the range. I'm not entirely sure because it's sort of like not been around very long. It definitely wasn't around a few years ago. So this is super, super pretty. And obviously here's the Lychee color, and that's lovely too. So we do have this one for sale at MYSTIKO House, which, yay! And then this is Tsumugiito in the Indigo colorway, which is just, yeah, that's gorgeous, classic color. And again, yeah, I told you it was gonna happen again. I was gonna drop them. I just knew it. So yeah, that's all the range. Oh no, we forgot one. I forgot this guy. And for the life of me, I can't remember the name of this one, but I will just link it down below. It'll be the last one. Thanks for bearing with me. Obviously, it's been too hot a day. Time to have a drink of water and relax. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and see you in the next video. Bye.